Turntuken at the end, and the Valkyries or Vendettas do come in and are looking quite snazzy. And a little more car jamming here, just driving in behind these walls and amongst each other, but above all getting closer to and slaughtering my orcs. It's really, I'm just terrified of those plasma cannons because with 5 templates, because they're heavy tanks now, they can only ever move 6 inches, but they can always fire all their weapons. Luckily there's stuff blocking it, so you can only shoot with 3. So just the one sponson or 4, the one sponson and the other, but he's just pounding my guys even if they're in the crater. It is only a 5+ cover, and so we'll see. And so all of these are 2s to wound, and all the guys up front die, and the rest in the crater are also dying. And then I try to look out, sir, but then I realize that's way more dice than I have wounds left, and so everyone dies. Next, some more firepower from the Chimeras. I think just trying to shoot at the side of my battle wagon because it was only armor 12 on the side, so trying to glance it up. And doesn't manage to actually do anything, but that's what we have the Vendettas for. And all their last cannons and heavy bolters, although the heavy bolters can glance on 6 actually. But he does get a pen, and +2 makes my guy explode. Only 1 inch though, so no one else gets hit. But there's 20 boys inside with a weird boy, and 4s to wound. I don't make any saves, and I lose a whole lot of boys. Next, right through that little gap there, shooting at my truck. He will not get any kind of save, but he only manages to cause 1 glancing hit. No, 1 penetrating hit, sorry. But it's only a shaken, luckily. Even with the +1. Next, shooting into the battle wagon. It's kind of on a weird angle there, but Melta's shooting into it by very close range. Only 1 hits. A few of them actually overheat, I do believe. Or, nope, nothing happens there. So the battle wagon is alive, just takes 1 hull point from a glancing hit, and should be good for next turn. Next, shooting into the boom gun looted wagon, able to cause a few glancing hits, and this is just with the Chimeras with all their heavy bolters and scatter lasers and all the last guns from inside. Well, the last ones aren't shooting this time, but they have a lot of stuff. And he does get a weapon destroyed. It does manage to kill the boom gun instead of the big shooter on the front, which I was very sad about, but c'est la vie. And more shooting causes, I think, another glancing hit. And so, but he does survive barely. So he is still able to shoot. Oh, actually, he got a few, gets hot, and a few of them died. Next, the final plasma cannon shooting into the boys. You can barely see the side of my weird boy behind that hill. And so he is able to shoot, and with the 4 shots he gets, or 5, one actually scatters really far and ends up hitting his own guys, which is awesome in combat, but he hits some of mine too. So lots and lots of wounds. Luckily the 5+ save helps me a bit, but he does manage to kill all until barely gets to my weird boy. But luckily those boys were just a bit closer. And then killing 2 more boys in combat, and I'm not sure if you get cover save or not, but we rolled because of the ruins in the way. At least the ruined, destroyed drop pod. And one of his guys die as well. And so that was a good trade for me, even though I lost most of my battle wagon squad. Next, shooting different heavy bolters. I can't keep track of all these Imperial Guard stuff. But leadership, I do fail. Possible, kill a boy, and I make it. Thankfully, and so my weird boy is still available to maybe cause another Waaagh. And more, and then we're in combat, shooting, and able to take out a few more boys, I do believe. And attacking against the Wolf Guard again, 4's the hit, 5's the wound, and rolling individually against these characters. And the blood axe, or the power axe, does go down. I think it is called the blood axe actually. Should be almost like chaos corn thing. I'm always cooking. There's skulls everywhere, and very emo 40k universe. More boys die from the Wolf Lord, but we got our Power Claws now. I whiff. I only get 1 hit, but it is a wound, and he does fail his 3+ normal, so the Wolf Lord does go down. Instant killed. And against the other guys, I caused 2 more wounds, kill the normal Blood Claws, and all there is the Rune Priest left. He loses combat by 1, and barely gets the roll of a 9 that he needed. Almost a 10. We thought he was leadership 9 for a second and he would have lost. But that's the end of turn 3, or part 2. Click for part 3.